Hello, Giles.
Hello, Gordon.
Are you well?
No, I'm not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm happy, at least I've been fed.
You've been fed, yeah. Now, what have you been up to this week?
I've been down a sewer. I'm so used to healthy, hygienic places like professional kitchens.
God, bins, squirrels, kebabs.
But that was because I was investigating food. Here I was investigating quite the opposite.
Really?
I was up to my elbows in shit.
Serious?
Yeah, and it's because of the fat that gets thrown away. Fat is a huge problem in Britain. I'm not talking about fat people, I'm talking about cooking fat. When you flush them away down the sewers, as we all do sometimes, they'll cool, solidify and harden and cause blockages. And when that happens, we're in big trouble. Last year alone, we spent £15 million clearing our pipes, and 3,000 properties were flooded as a result of blockage. With Christmas approaching, the water companies are expecting a 25% increase in the amount of fat that we're flushing down our drains, which means that we're going to be adding, over Christmas, to an already existing problem in the underbelly of our cities. But what does that really mean? I'm not dressed up like this just because it looks sexy. It's because I'm going to go down there and find out. Well, I understand the issues about this fat being thrown away, but it looks all fairly harmless when it goes down the sink. So what does it look like here? I don't understand.
Well, you'll soon see, Giles, when you get round this corner here.
Oh, it smells nasty now. If I drown or something, you're going to do mouth to mouth?
You won't drown.
What's this?
That's the fat what you're going to go into.
That's fat?
Yeah, it's
That's fat
mi-
out of people's kitchens, gone down the sink and...
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, and there's things living in it. Ah, shit, and it's everywhere.
Cheers for that.
So I need a radioactive anti-thingy death suit.
Just be careful. Have you...
Oh, God! The chefs of the world who would love to see me disappear under there. Ah, it's disappearing into human shit. Ah, it's some sanitary towel. Why am I doing this?
I don't know.
There it is, that's your fat. That's a turkey roast. Your lovely grannies and grandchildren come round and you cook that up for them and you toss it down the sink without a thought. It comes down here, solidifies, and people like Kenny have to walk up and down in this, shoveling it up and throwing it away. It's absolutely disgusting. I probably knew that already. I didn't need to come down here to prove it, but I'm going to do it again. Well, this is the third shower I've had since I got back from the sewer, and I haven't got close to removing the smell. Having seen the scale of the problem, though, I promise you I'm determined to find out what we can do about it. So I've discovered a clever little device you can use at home. Fat traps, which is a thing like this that you leave by the sink. Instead of throwing your used fat down the sink, you just pour it into there, in this manner. You put some nuts in it. You give it a shake to make a lovely little feast, and you put it out for the birds. Or, in fact, if you haven't got one of those, you can do the same thing with a baked bean tin. Apparently, if we all do this, if we all use these fat traps and stop throwing our stuff down the sinks, we can make a huge difference to the state of our sewers and drains. Having said that, restaurants and fast food joints are the biggest fatty villains, and they also need to shape up. By law, they're obliged to have waste fat collected, although thousands of them are still illegally pouring it down the drain. But some councils are fighting back. They're collecting the fat for free and turning it into diesel for cars. So I've got a gallon here of delightful waste cooking oil from the F-Word restaurant, which I brought into my garden because it's the last thing I want in my house. Because I've got a fellow here who reckons he can turn it into car fuel.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're converting it into biodiesel.
And so how much will our gallon of F-Word waste cooking fat make? How much diesel?
1 gallon of used cooking oil, you'll get 1 gallon of biodiesel.
So do you need to do anything to the engine of your car to make this stuff work in it?
If you've got a properly produced biodiesel, it's a direct replacement. You don't have to modify things.
You're saying I just throw into the drum this used fat, yeah?
Literally pour it in.
Slightly green. Oh. And then I just hit this green button here, pump on.
Correct.
Is that it? That's as easy as that?
No, I need to add caustic soda and methanol.
Okie dokie.
So I pop that in the hopper here and start pumping the methanol over.
And how long does this take to make?
It takes about an hour mixing.
And it's that easy, and then, hey presto, we have biodiesel.
Hey presto, you have biodiesel, pump it into your car and you can drive off.
And here it comes, real diesel. Although that said, I think I'm first going to have to put it in the car and go for a drive just to make absolutely sure it works. You think I can just put this straight in the car, do you?
Just pour it straight in.
In it goes. Rightio then, it's the moment of truth. Will the car start? Hurrah! It has. I didn't believe it would. It's amazing. It smells more like a chip shop than a car, though. I have a gallon of Gordon's used fat in this car, and given that it's as good as diesel, that will get me, if I head north from my home, as far as Luton. Well, lucky me.
Excited?
Yeah, this
Yes.
is going to be fantastic.
This is,
I'm actually slightly nervous. Oh no, is it burnt?
well, no, it's got a nice crack on the top. OK, now how are you going to serve yours?
I'm going to serve it in slices like a cake.
Yeah? You just want, you know,
that.
send it like that and give them a spoon.
Yes. But the difficulty is you have to make them with all sort of posh stuff in, don't you?
Not at all.
Oh, yes,
Chocolate
you
buttons,
do.
that's not posh. I'm going to finish mine with a touch of creme fraiche. Oh,
This is called a blob.
that's called a blob. Nice. Are you happy with that? Jean-Baptiste? Take Sarah's upstairs first, OK? Yes?
Yes.
And if they don't like it, we can line their lofts with some new cavity wall installation. OK? Up. Yeah, can I just say, it's bloody heavy. Honestly, it feels like one of your breeze blocks from one of your buildings.
Hello, how are you guys? Hello. Voici. So, Danny, this is number 1.
I like the texture on the top as well, like the kind of crunchy. It's kind of nice and gooey in the middle, and it's like nice kind of crunchy outside.
It does
Yeah.
it just
Does.
drapes over your tongue, doesn't it? And the chocolate feeling.
Might be slightly too gooey, actually, just if I was going to add some constructive criticism to that. But I find it, I
you
quite
not
like
think
the gooiness, just because
Yeah.
it makes it quite a contrast from the crust.
Okay, Danny, this is number 2.
Okay, thank you. Wow.
Rob,
I'm not sure about this one.
I'm not sure
It's
about the
quite
cream.
bitter.
Yeah, it's the cream. It's quite dry, actually, isn't it? It's quite flaky on the top.
I shouldn't be overconfident about, you know, the brownies at this stage, but I have to say, I bloody am, you know that.
Are you?
Because if I lose this challenge this week, honestly...
I've got to say,
I will start liking Angie Roll Thompson. That's how confident I am I'm going to win.
Yeah, I think I've had enough of that one.
Yeah.
Ali JB.
also, this week the winner is...
Yes.
Well done, Sarah.
Oh, get out, will you? Pissing around.
Oh, no!
Sarah won.
Yes.
Oh, get out.
I'm really sorry.
The result, you know that. I'm going to go upstairs and see the judges. Where are they? Yeah, I'm glad you find it funny. Just out of interest, I mean, taste that again for me.
Okay.
Yeah, all of you, and then I can start with the lady at the end. Now, tell me what you're tasting.
It tastes bitter.
Bitter,
Yeah, it's got kind of like almost burnt taste to it.
burnt.
Yeah, I'm afraid
slightly
so.
burnt.
Just look how wet that is in the centre.
In the middle, but you've got to get through the dry outside to get to the middle.
I don't understand it.
Just slightly too dry.
Yeah.
It's
My liking, sorry.
all three of you can off out of here now as well, yes? Dear, oh dear. Useless. I'm not going to serve it. I'm going to serve my chocolate brownie, my restaurant, my customers, and my reputation on the line.
That's that.
And that's it. Do you
That
mind?
is fair enough.
I'm really sorry, but...
No, it is okay, because you do think this is poo, don't you?
no, it's just... you know, it's...
Not
It's
nice.
not bad, but it's not good. Come here.
That's
Let me get round that bump. Oh, stand out here like this. Well done, well done. Next on the menu, I rediscovered Britain's most underrated but delicious meat.
If it's by you, I'd have it any day.
And Phil and Russell find out which one of them is staying and who's going home. One of you is a follower, and one of you is a creator. Right, Sarah. Yes, I know it's not your dessert, but you can still
No.
look at the pan.
Do you want me to pick the nuts out and make it better?
I don't mind you picking my nuts at all, for God's sake. Would you like a knife?
So rude.
Huh?
I do, yeah, it's stuck, you see. Mine didn't stick.
So, oh! Send that to
yeah? That'll
Giles,
do?
please. Now, my
Perfect.
God.
Oh, gosh, it's quite nice, this.
You're going to wash your hands now, you know that. We're going to get so many
Do I?
complaints, yeah. Oh, no! Look at the buttons in mine.
Yeah, see, disappointing, really, isn't it?
I'm glad you think so. Thanks so much.
Et voilà. Chocolate brownie with creme fraiche.
Can you just say that for me one more time?
Chocolate brownie with creme fraiche. Bon appétit.
Oh my God, that was so cute. A chocolate brownie.
Ladies, do you enjoy your chocolate brownie? Very succulent and lovely. Kind of dessert you want to take to bed, right?
Perfect.
Perfect. I can tell you,
Crunchy on
like...
the outside and soft on the inside.
Yes. And you've got a little bit of chocolate dripping down here.
Yeah, and it's perfect.
This week I've been looking at one of Britain's tastiest, but sadly, most unfashionable meats. Once upon a time, mutton was a very reasonably priced meat that everyone ate, before it fell off the kitchen radar. And not only do I want to see it back in restaurants, back on their menus, but at home as well, because this is part of our culinary heritage. Mutton is a meat from a sheep that's at least 2 years old. It's rarely sold in supermarkets and can be hard to get your hands on. These days, most of our mutton gets eaten in Europe. When was the last time you ate mutton?
Years ago,
Years ago. And who cooked it?
my grandmother.
It's a bit sort of old-fashioned and a bit... It's not very sort of sexy, is it, mutton?
I've never eaten mutton at all, ever.
It is a cheap cut of meat. Most people now earn more money, they buy better cuts of meat.
It looks like mutton's been completely forgotten. So why did mutton disappear?
Totally financial. In the 1940s, the imports from Australia and New Zealand came. The price of lamb and wool went down, and it wasn't worth farmers keeping ewes for more than a single season.
So it wasn't about the flavour, it was just about the price of wool,
Absolutely.
sadly. Why should the British public out there be eating more mutton?
Because it's being extensively grazed. It cannot be factory farmed. It's the wildest and most natural meat that we can possibly eat, and one of the most delicious.
To produce the best mutton, sheep need a diet of good green grass and correct treatment once they've been slaughtered.
A mutton carcass should be hung whole for around about 2 weeks.
The meat is extraordinary. It's amazing the difference in mutton and lamb, how dark it is. And it's surrounded by a lot more fat.
You can deal with that, you know, in the cooking process. You can use the same cuts as you do in lamb from mutton.
And what's the price of mutton now?
It's about half the price of lamb.
And twice as much flavour. For someone at home cooking for the first time, what would you recommend?
Oh, I'd say the diced.
The diced?
That would be the one.
I mean, that's diced up ready now for a stew.
Ready to go.
Mutton has a reputation for being slightly tough, and the secret behind this particular dish is the length of the cooking time. So what I'm cooking here is the simplest of mutton stews. Generous with the seasoning, run it through some flour, shake it, and into the pan. So what we're doing now is putting flavour on it. Woo! Once it's browned, into the colander, and just leave it to drain. Vegetables. Now this is a stew, so we don't have any little sort of fine dices. Garlic, just in there in half. Celery, the leeks, sprig of rosemary, and a nice sprig of thyme. Peppercorns. Lightly crush them, some tomato puree. Roast it off. Half bottle of house red wine. Take your mutton, mix that in, pour boiling hot water on top. So that's it. 2.5 hours on a low gas, perfect. It's ready. Now, let's see if we can convert South London to mutton.
You want me to have some of that?
Tell you what, it's well cooked, the mutton.
That is delicious.
Oh, it's lovely.
You enjoy that?
Cooked by you, I'd have it any day.
Am I allowed some more?
Promise me you'll try a mutton stew this weekend. Deal?
Deal.
So come on, you lot, give mutton a go. It is a tasty meat, and let's be honest, it does deserve a second chance. How's your brownie?
Can I just tell you what I love?
Go on.
See that? That's really runny.
Oh, yeah, there's a little chocolate buttons
I
inside.
love the runny. But get off, that's mine.
Take a share.
No,
It's romantic to
no,
share.
there's only one thing that I don't do, and that's share my puddings.
Your background in food, you lived in Paris.
I lived in Paris.
Yeah, and you worked part-time there?
I did. I was, oh God, I was a singing waitress. But can I just say, I was a very good waitress.
So karaoke was in that long ago? Serious? That was good. That's very
If you
good.
ever need
I can't believe you're doing that. You're
some
balancing with the finger
staff,
underneath there. And
you know,
spoon onto there.
I can help.
Jimmy Carr's in tonight, yes? Where is he?
Where? Oh, there he is.
There he is there. Sat upright, looking
Jimmy
nice and pert.
Carr. Jimmy
Yes.
Carr. That was
Now,
my
he presented
impersonation.
last year the 100 Worst Britons. Yeah, I
Yeah.
came 82nd, and you came 95th, which is a bit out of
Did
order.
I?
Yes.
Now
So
that you've
untrue.
told me that,
Yes.
I'll name him as
Yeah.
well later as well.
Yeah, I'm going to get him to
Catapult.
taste. Yeah, big time. He actually sits like a little public schoolboy over there, doesn't he? He's like sort of
We're
the lost
talking about you.
Oh, God. First of all, to both of you, well done. One step away from working with me personally. Phil, how bad do you want it?
The knowledge I'd learn off you, Gordon, would just be unreal. And it's a case of I want to soak up all the knowledge that you can teach me so I can take it away and then open my own restaurant.
Russell, how bad do you want it?
I want it really bad. This is what I'm trying to train for, and just to have that chance, and like nothing like this ever happens to me. Literally being a whole small town Chinese lad in the takeaway to this, what more can I say?
It's a tough decision for me. However, there was one big difference between you both this evening. Because one of you is a follower and one of you is a creator. And Phil, you followed Russell. And that's the reason why you're going home tonight. I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
Keep going.
I will do.
Yes?
Yeah, chef.
You?
Cheers, thank you very
Get
much.
some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
Yeah. Thank you, chef.
Don't worry.
So now I'm going to starve them for 24 hours before we kill them.
That's just the way it goes. That's almost all animals
Yep.
go to slaughter on an empty stomach, and it's definitely the right thing for the meat.